Anu,
This is deja vu for me.
I'm the
It's
only
like the
one coming.
Kodaikanal trip. Now let's recruit some people.
I'm going to get
Arun, we need your genius, man.
I
Again.
know, please, man.
No,
Please help out here.
I only went to people who are willing to convince others.
We need Mama to step up now. Come on, Mama.
यादों के पुराने एल्बम में छुपा के रखे हैं हमने वो दिन गुल्लक में पड़ी चवन्नी सी बचा के रखे हैं हमने वो दिन ना किसी मंजिल की फिक्र थी जिंदगी जीने की उम्र थी दोस्ती और दोस्तों से उधार के दिन थे वो दिन भी क्या दिन थे वो दिन भी क्या दिन
So I think this is final year, or I think it was final year, like where we had this competition between departments and like where we did the fashion show, right? And Anu,
Breakfast.
were taking a lead. Was it breakfast or something?
Yeah.
Breakfast,
Yeah,
of course.
breakfast.
Yeah.
You won.
Okay.
We won it, yes.
Yeah.
Ahuja,
So
Amit Ahuja and Anu. were
The dance
Yes.
that Anu and Amit did behind the screen, that I
Yes.
think
Oh,
clinched the competition
Amit
for
didn't
us.
really dance. He just posed, by the way.
Majnoon, right? Is Laila,
And
Laila
the
and
other
Majnoon.
bigger event was a fashion show, right? I remember among the people here, Chandrika was there. There was a fashion show also, right? There's
Finally,
featured love across all ages. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this
Amit was
this
there.
fashion.
Chandrika was there.
Dana, Priya, I think everybody, and everybody participated. So, yeah.
So first of all, that silhouette dance, thanks to Mukund, because he's the one who managed the whole lights behind us. Remember, Mukund, you were the one who was holding it and actually telling me, stop dancing, Amit. Stop dancing. You are missing it out. Let Anu dance.
great memories.
And nobody could
That's,
hear
I
us.
think one of the best celebrations I remember from my college life was that, right? Once it got over, see, we had got special permission to practice in the faculty area, right? In the second floor area, they used to give us access in the night, and we used to practice. And we had a celebration right there after the results were announced. We had a big celebration there. I had a incriminating photo taken of mine. Chandrika took it. I'll not talk about it. But yeah, of me and Ravi. She's laughing already, but I'll not talk about that. But yeah, we had a good fun there.
If you want to see the picture,
Now that Deva's talked about it.
Don't leave this half-baked information, Deva. You have to now produce the picture.
Exactly. We want to see
I don't
the
have it handy. I don't have it handy. I have it hidden somewhere. I don't have it handy.
In this digital age also, you don't have it anywhere.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It's highly incriminating, even after 25 years.
So one memory I do have of the fashion show. So first thing first, we said we need more girls, and Anu, you told me talk to Farzana and Priya and convince them. And I remember I talked to them in the outside, and they both were like, "Yeah, Amit, we will do it," and we won it. That was awesome. But the memory was there was somebody who didn't bring black jeans. I still remember from the girls' side, and I said, "Oh, it's okay. We have a black jeans. My black jeans is there." And I told Anu, "Can you give this to the guy?" I was not thinking, obviously, right? I was like, "Can you give it to her?" And they didn't listen to me. And I was like, what's wrong with them? I just told them there is jeans, just wear it. And that's part of the whole thing. You were supposed to wear black jeans on this one, or she was supposed to. And Anu goes, no, Amit, no. And I was still in stupid mode. I was like, it is only, I don't know, 28 or whatever my waist was. And then Anu comes to me and says, Amit, no one has waist 28, just like you. Okay, so stop saying it. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, overachiever Amit was just focused on winning it and going with the theme, and all the other nuances were lost on him.
Yeah, you corrected me.
So one thing I remember, like, while we were preparing, right, I remember a conversation with Anu. So I was of the mindset that like I wanted maximum participation from ECE. So I was telling her, hey, recruit as many folks as possible, right? I want maximum participation in the sense like as many students from ECE as possible. And then she was like, no, think about it this way. Like, we want to win this, right? And I'm like, yes, we want to win it, but like, we can still win it with like everyone. She's like, no, I want to win this. And then I said, okay, you do it your way. And then I just backed off. And hey, it all worked out great. We won it. So, but
Yikes,
I remember that
remember.
discussion with Anu.
I still remember
Yeah.
the music. I know why we won it. Okay, so I tell you, I have vivid memory of that fashion show. So Anu, first was Chandrika and Priya. Farzana and Priya went with Diya in their hand. I don't remember the song of that, but it was very thing. And then after that, you both quickly changed to the Chandralekha dance music, and you went in. And after that, you know what we did to win all the possible votes left? The boys already voted us, right? All the 4 of them got all the boys' votes. The girls' votes came because sent Rohit and Ashwin DeCosta.
Ashwin DeCosta, yeah.
With Ashwin DeCosta, it was all well planned. They were shaved legs, everything. Whole 990 we did it, shaved chest. And we sent them walk like Egyptian with no shirts, nothing. And guess what? I knew that after that doesn't matter. With these 2 sets, we have in 5 minutes, we have won the whole competition.
It's not because of the boys. It was very controversial. We were competing in mechanical. They were way ahead. I don't know how we won that thing, but it was because of the girls. There was no way. The judges were all looking at the girls and they said, all right, let's give them the votes.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody else, other than the judges, thought mechanical had won. It was kind of controversial.
That's what I remember as well. Because
they put together a fashion show that was next to genius. I mean, that was so incredible. And then we were just showing all the girls. Look, we have pretty girls. And okay, we win.
So my
judges, do you guys remember?
4 of them set the stage, and then Ashwin and Rohit put the cherry on the top, and it was like locked it.
Arun, Shastri, you, me, Priya, and all, like we did one skit, remember, like, spoofing Speed. When was that?
Oh, that was Dino mainly. That was 3rd year, I think. Dino with
Dino
Speed,
was
right?
Magesh
and
that was Manoranjan, right? Or something like that.
I don't remember, but Dino was there, I was there, Priya was there, and Shastri was there. I don't remember who else was there in that skit.
That is as if
I think this fashion show,
you're riding a
I
bullock
remember,
cart.
Put some pictures of fashion show in the chat. Okay, now we can go back to the Kodaikanal trip that RG was talking about. There is.
I remember
the only
that,
thing
we
I
lied to the
remember
department and then said that, we are because we didn't get permission to go as a group.
Oh, okay.
That
I don't
was
recall that. The only thing I remember. Go ahead, Chandrika.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Chandrika. No, the only thing I was going to add was, the only memory I have of that trip is like convincing so many people to go to the trip. I think the most difficult was convincing Virendra Singh. He was the last one to come on board. Man, it was such a difficult thing. Like finally, he said, "Okay, I'll join." Go ahead, Chandrika.
No, I think Kodaikanal was toward the last part of final year, right? I think that was maybe one of the first times we like really had conversations like between the boys and girls on the bus. Till then it was all so segregated. It was like, girls side of the whatever shopping area, girls side of the juicy, girls side of snacky. This was the first time we actually had conversations. That is, I was actually remember having a conversation with somebody about like Jurassic Park and Jeff Goldblum, and I was like, we've never had these kind of conversations before, like in 4 years. So it was actually nice. It was a good trip.
I think it was in 3rd year, 4th semester. Arun was a sick rep. He organized some trip for the whole class. Yeah, and he sort of used a lot of people. He used Mukund to convince everyone. And then he came to me and said, we want people to talk to each other, so you come up with some games. So I came up with 3 games. There was this treasure hunt. There was this thing where you had to talk to the girls and ask them to say yes or something. They give you that heart. There was a heart you pin on your chest and stuff. Anyway, Arun was the architect of that thing.
Are there any photos from that trip? I don't remember that trip quite.
I might have. I will look.
Yeah, why don't you share?
Oh, I
I'll
remember,
post it on
Prateek,
chat.
I have to look. I have one picture of you. I think that was like you have to act like some animal or something. And I have your pose. I'll try to dig it. I don't know where it is. I searched
Who?
for it for
Who
quite
is-
a bit. It was you during the trip.
Why?
So we were in
Why
the sky tunnel like,
acting as an
wow,
animal?
you have to act like an
Looks
animal.
like
Bansi,
we are
what
going to
animal
get
did you
some
act, man?
good
What
pics
animal
of
did you act
Bansal.
like?
I'll try to dig it up.
It must be some form of a bhoot animal, right?
Hey, I have a memory of convincing. Okay, so this is goes stories between me and Atreya. I think we both took the burnt of it. So I think it was a Minsara Kanevu movie in the final year after we were supposed to celebrate. So Atreya and we were planning this late night thing, and we were supposed to take permission for the girls past the curfew. So he and I went to the HOD. I think this was NK. Yeah, it was NK. So, sir, we want a permission for this. And he, as usual, said, sure, okay. The only thing he said was make sure PG, male and female person is with you, and then you go. And we both said to each other, oh, that's easy. So we got Parnaswamy and one person, I don't remember her name. She was our lab assistant, PG student. So we were going, the buses were there. We sat in the theater, and unfortunately, Parnaswamy didn't make it. And he was throughout asking, where is he? Where is this? I mean, she was worried in a right sense, except Atra and my brain was going somewhere else. We made so many dirty comments, and literally sitting next, she was a row behind us with all the girls, and Atra and we were next to her. We were making so dirty, and everything we said in Hindi regarding her waiting for her partner. And we thought we had fun. We didn't understand the movie, except that one song we loved. But anyways, after that, the episode finished. We both were like, life is over, move on. Final lab, when you're supposed to give your papers, your whatever the stuff, some lab I remember, because everything wiped out after that moment. I went to her, to the table. I said, ma'am, where do you keep it? And guess what she said? Yahan rakh do. And she literally said that, yahan rakh do, looked into my eyes and was like, and I was like, and then I thought, Atra, she knows Hindi. So I don't know what happened. We both did that stupidity in Minsara Kanevu. We made fool of ourselves.
Yeah, I remember that trip. Palaniswamy came back later. I think he joined somewhere. I don't remember. Later, right? And then he said like he started pointing out like people, right? He said like, oh, I never realized like he told like 4, 5, 6 people who he thought was very silent who had such a party in the bus. And he mentioned that the reason that I remember him very well is because I did go back to REC a couple of years later, before I came here, because I needed a recommendation from NK and all for my PhD application. So I did go there and stay with him, and he was still remembering all that, right? So it was like 2002, I think, when I applied. So yeah.
I hope, thank God, Atra and I didn't have to go back to college. We did something stupid multiple times. That was not the only one.
Well, you're going to go back to college now, so be ready for it.
One thing I will,
and Palaniswamy is there.
So we'll set up a meeting between you and Palaniswamy. Let's see.
No, we didn't say anything to him. We said to her everything. Yeah. Literally on our face. Sorry, Anu, were you saying something?
No, I was just saying the people that used to do the long distance journey, I don't know if you all recall this, but one of my best memories, frankly, if I close my eyes, the train rides. We used to have, at least because I was in Delhi, 2.5 days of just sheer waste of time, just sitting in that train. Now, when I think about it, I'm like, wow, we just wasted 2.5 days sitting in the train. But those were the best memories, just, I don't know how many bogies just packed with REC kids, and everybody kind of knew everybody. But of course, there's, huge disproportional population of boys versus girls. And Romila and me, because she got Jammu further out than Delhi, just being like that. Those were fun memories, just, being together. Every station, actually, as we got to know each other more, I don't know if you, Amit, you were there with us, of course, in all the train rides, but every station, as the boys would get off, their parents would bring food. They'll pick up their kids, they'll bring food in these containers, and then that would be the food for us to eat through the rest of the journey. So like Nagpur, Itarsi, and all of that, we would get food, and then just, those train rides were fun. But the one thing I have got to say it used to be, I think the whole, like the Punjab gang, Haryana gang, Jammu Kashmir gang, everybody used to book together. Only 2 trains, I think, at that time from Chennai to Delhi and up north and all. Amit, we all were second class, right? We were all second class citizens. We would all be like booked in second class, cheapest possible train ticket going up, and all fine. We're all having fun. This dude would only travel in AC, first class, right? And he would show up, like we are all like dirty, dusty, all over the place. Clothes are, all over, whatever, He would come in the early morning. Everybody's kind of still waking up, dazed. He'd show up, white, crisp, charak lagaya hua kurta. I'm not kidding. Like his kurtas used to be like totally crisp and all of that. He'd show up. हाँ भैया क्या कर रहे हैं breakfast के लिए? And all of us would get mad at him. And then he'd go back to sleep there again in the night. He'd just come, eat, partake with the food and the fun, and then go back and sleep in the AC and come back. And he did it consistently 4 years.
Hey, what do I do? My dad was in railways. I got free AC tickets.
Stayed with us in second class and enjoyed the fun.
साथ में आ जाता लोगों के.
Hey, she's typically doing more than what I actually did. I tell you.
Okay. Maybe Kili, you used to be there in some of those train rides. Was that true or not?
Okay, it is true. Fine.
Oh, look at this boys fighting with boys here.
This guy was my roommate in Chennai, right? So I know. I mean, we used to go out at the same time. I'll catch a train to Orissa and he will catch a train to Delhi. Okay. So I'll, in the initial days, I'll get into the second class sleeper, just like in college. And this guy was always a AC guy, right? I remember that, I mean.
Okay, that's true because my dad was an AC. I got pretty good. But okay, here's back to you. Breakfast time I used to come here, but then whole day, somebody will go and sleep in my bed. And because I used to get complaint from there that who is sleeping, this is your seat. So because everyone used to take turns during the actually hot time, daytime, to actually sleep there. So yeah, I did that. Yeah, in the night I had to go back, obviously.
Nice, but train rides were fun.
You know what we used to do? Every station we would come down and we will try to mimic how chai is said. Cha, cha, chi. Every state, it's kind of changes.
It's different, yeah.
Different. That was my fun time, going down and going beyond everyone's window and just say cha, 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 and they'll look around.
I used to love the bread omelette at some of the stations. It was amazing. Get down and have that breakfast and
Vijayawada and Visakhapatnam in particular. Yes.
It was amazing, man. Somehow they made. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
नहीं वो चलते रहेगा. You can go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying even with the Trichy to Chennai, the bus rides and the train rides, those were a lot. I mean, after that, I think we went different ways. I wasn't on, the train rides that you're talking about, but my memories and I think we used to, like Minnie and I, we would be on those bus rides, going and figuring out which bus at like 10 p.m. you have to get on. That was an adventure too.
Yeah, KPN, right? That was the bus, I think.
Bus
KPN,
right. Somebody stole my glasses on one of those bus rides. I was with
But
Minnie.
I don't think we can get it back now. So
It was a prank. And I got off and I'm like, where are my glasses? I don't see anything. And it was, somebody from REC on the bus who stole my glasses. I never did get them back.
Nice.
So when Anu mentioned about the white kurta, right, it reminds me of Abhinav Anand. So like we would all be in like lungis and bermudas and some t-shirt, and this guy would be wearing like white, full white. And he used to give me some complex. Seeing him like going to bed like that at night. Flashed when she mentioned about that.
No, you're right.
Amit was white and white also. Okay.
No, Abhinav, even his bed was white. Like he was my first year roommate, all white. He always wears white jammies, white bed. I know what he does. Yeah.
So, one thing I do want to mention, right, which is just looking back at REC, right, it's it just makes me feel like it was the microcosm of the world that I was about to go into, right? Like there were like so many ups and downs, but like for me, all of them are like just like learnings. I don't know, like I had my more than fair share of ups and downs in REC, right? Like starting with like mess rep and class rep, all those were like good moments, right? But then after that, there were like, we saw death, we saw protest, I got expelled, and, there was like so much politics. It's like everything I can think of, like there was like threats given, like, I was going to be given a, what is that called? Like some certificate that they give, like they were going to
It
give
was a
bad behavior,
bad conduct certificate.
Conduct certificate, right? So it was like such a roller coaster of things, but I also met some amazing individuals, right? Like during those tough times. In fact, like, I should tell, Prateek and I, like first, second year, we were just classmates. And then one fine day, he just walks into my room and then like, he's like, hey, let's apply to IASC for internship, right? So that's how our friendship started. I'm like, why did he pick me out of the blue, right? I didn't even know him, but then the rest is history, right? So that, and then during my tough times, I was expelled from college, so I had to go stay outside because I was leading the protest, right? So I saw some like people making like really negative comments, like he deserves it all, and then there were some beautiful human beings, right? So Pradeep from Kamski, right? Like his dad had passed away, but he was a MBA professor. So he had an apartment within the campus. So he took all the risks. He knew he was going against the administration, but then he let me stay in his house. So the guy who was the professor, who was the main guy who was like wishing me all the bad things, which was like KP, right? And then Pradeep's house was right next to his. It's like, what a fate, right? I was like this, half of the REC was trying to like get rid of me, and then like I was here right next to him, and then I was also the sick rep. So every morning the car would come to pick me up because like we would go bring the interviewers, the company. So he was like super jealous of me, and then so he was trying to give me that bad conduct certificate, right? But who rescued me was NK. So NK said like, I am not giving him bad certificate, right? Like I am like, wow, like why did he have to do that, right? He was going against like Palanisamy, and there's so many others who were trying to put a bad stamp on me. So to me, like just looking back, it was like so many sweet memories, but also so many like tough ones. But in the end, like it has really made me resilient. So I'm like so glad of this whole REC experience. It just made me an experience all emotions and just prepared for all the challenges that were lying ahead for me. So I just had to let it out. So that's my like takeaway from whole REC life.
Makes sense. And coming back to the reunion, will probably bring some of those back and maybe make you relive it also a little bit. So
No, I like Mukund, we had lasting memories and lasting friendships, even though we didn't meet for 20, 25 years. When we meet, it was like yesterday. And I'll give you a very Karthik Ramakrishnan and I, we all were classmates, right? And we were not so close during the 4 years. And guess what? 23 years goes by, and I was in Toronto recently last year, and I just messaged him. And he said, oh, yeah, I'm available for 30 minutes maybe tonight. I was visiting some family. So I said, I'm free after dinner. So let's meet for something. And he said, yeah, 30 minutes. So I felt a little cold, but that's fine because he was busy probably. So I went to that place. We both went. And he literally had a meeting morning 6 o'clock with the CEO of this bank next morning. Later I found out. So I thought it was 30 minutes thing, just hello, hi, and all that stuff. Guess what we ended up doing? We closed that bar till 2 o'clock. 12. And then we roamed around to find another bar, Googled up, which is open still. Didn't find any. We actually went to his house. His parents, his family was sleeping. We sneaked through the garage into the kitchen, slowly, just like in college we would have done. and went into the patio and the backyard, and he got the bottles, and we were there till 4 o'clock in the morning. And I was like begging, you have a meeting at 7 o'clock. He goes, it's okay, just let's do it, keep doing it. Like, I'm fine. And then I got a 4 o'clock Uber back there to get my own flight 6 o'clock in the morning. And then after 2 months, he was in Houston. We met again. He came home, and then it went on and on. So yeah, it felt like, we were always friends. Didn't even know that we were so good friends. And so yeah, thanks to REC. And I can say this for each one of you, obviously. This is Ramki and Rocky.
Well, I mean, another proof of that is we've been at it for 2 hours without having to introduce or talk about what we have done for the last 25 years. That's because
Correct.
we all
Absolutely.
grew up together. And I think any conversation, you can just pick up a phone and just start talking. And that's what I felt through at least the organizing process for me and Deba. That's been the case. We can pick up and call anyone and just start a conversation. So I guess we can probably end the recording here, but I do have an ask for many of you who are still not registered for the event. Please do, because this was just a small part of how we will all come together. And I'm sure I had the opportunity to go and see the campus, and it was a really good experience. Felt like I remembered so many things, and it brought back a lot of memories. It'll be fantastic if all of you can also come. And I know there'll be, life always happens, but this is once in 25 years. So make time for it, and hope to see you all at the reunion.
So who all are already 100% coming?
I would say, yeah, you are. I am. Arjun, still thinking. Bansal, still thinking. Dino, not sure.
Dino probably won't make it, but Chandrika is still thinking.
Chandrika, not sure.
Apparently.
I'm gonna try. What I'm running up against, life happens, is it's the last week of school. Schools are not done, and for both of us to travel, school's not done. So, but we're gonna try.
Yeah. And Bansal and Arjun?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, but we'll figuring it out. I will try my best to be there. Sure.
I think I'll be able to
set, right?
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's already booked. Okay.
Arjun, did you say you will be able to make it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That would be awesome, man. That would be awesome.
Fantastic.
Fantastic, Arjun.
Well, I think on the girls' side, if you can help us, Anu and Chandrika, we don't have many who are coming. Out of the 8, I think only Anu.
This is deja vu for me.
I'm the
It's
only
like the
one coming.
Kodaikanal trip. Now let's recruit some people.
Arun, you need your genius, man.
I
again.
know, please, man.
No,
Please us out here.
I only went to people who are willing to convince others.
We need Mama to step up now. Come on, Mama.